What if there was a new Ninja Turtles game coming out? Today we discuss our vision for our Ultimate Ninja Turtles video game.
Why hasn't there been a new Ninja Turtles game released since Mutant in Manhattan?
Honestly, I think it's hard to make a video game for the Ninja Turtles that's not a side scroller or something like that. Being there's four main characters.
Yeah, but they had it with Mutant in Manhattan. That very much you play as all four characters. You know, your directional pad chooses when you are. They each have their own weapons and whatnot. It was okay. I mean, you had the Turtles arcade game. You have all this in the Turtles world. You have a great cast of characters, great set of villains. You have, your land already set. Just use Manhattan. You got Manhattan streets. You got the sewers. I mean, the formula's all there. So I'm just kind of curious why there hasn't been an announcement of a new Ninja Turtles game in forever, really. I mean, I know we were both hoping for a little while back when talk about the new Batman game that was going to be coming out and wound up being Gotham Knights that Rocksteady was working on, and then the Harry Potter, which I know both of us were just like, oh. But now it's like, okay, let's talk about a new Ninja Turtles game and how you would see the perfect Ninja Turtles game that you would want to play.
Well, I'm always going to say a Ninja Turtles game set like the Arkham games.
100%. Rocksteady.
That kind of world, that dark kind of world.
Rocksteady.
Or the original Ninja Turtles.
Rocksteady doing it would be, in my opinion, a must.
Yeah.
Because that whole combat, everything about it, definitely an Arkham City style game. Like that, yeah.
I just feel with the new Ninja Turtles comic that came out, The Last Ronin, I feel that could be the perfect world, the perfect atmosphere for that game. There's only one turtle. You don't have to pick between the four.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's my favorite turtle, so bonus points there. But I feel like that world alone could be an amazing game.
Kind of that apocalyptic-esque Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I agree. And, again, using little tidbits from back to the Arkham City games, Batman talking to the Joker.
Yeah.
Who's not there. It's just, his imagination or whatever is going on. You could have the same because in the comic, Michelangelo, spoiler, is still talking to Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael in their spirit forms. And you could have them interact like that with them. And Splinter as well.
I just feel like when you do it like that, it would be a good way to introduce the new weapons or new fighting moves in that sense, where your brothers are kind of teaching you how to use their weapons or their fighting style. So when you pulls out Leonardo's sword or Raph's size, like he has, like it's them teaching him. So
it would make for a really good level up system too.
Yeah,
you 4 categories or whatever. But you have your stamina, health, whatever. Then you have each of your brothers' attributes you can acquire too. That would be an amazing thing.
New weapons,
stuff like that. So you
can
literally kind of semi-customize your character to your playstyle.
Yeah.
Instead of with Arkham Knight or any other Arkham game, where you're just with the gadgets basically. You had your batsuit that would give you more armor, this, that, but this could be a way that it's like, no, I want to learn how to use, Raphael's size better and use it to deflect. So you put a point into that. You could have a huge skill tree with that matter.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of really sick. I'd be more flourished on the exploration / the city aspect of it. Because if The Last Ronin was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that, everyone's older.
Yeah.
April's older. It's no longer Shredder. It's Shredder's grandson.
Yeah.
Which is great. That whole concept where, your Michelangelo being the Last Ronin, he looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like could you imagine that as one of your skins playing as like that uniform? Like okay. Oh, badass turtle.
The comic did remind me a lot of the originals, like the darkness of it, and it just as soon as I read it, it was it made me feel like this should be a game. Like this is a world I would want to explore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially something like that too. It's so using Manhattan, and they've used Manhattan before with the Spider-Man games and everything like that. So I mean, the size and everything like that, but you can also go at this point in time in the sewers.
Yeah.
I mean, in Gotham, you could drive the Batmobile down the sewer tracks a lot of times too, certain parts. Riddler had some missions down there. So it'd be nice to be able to literally just kind of visualizing and seeing Arkham, but then having Michelangelo instead of Batman on there to a weird way. It's like, it kind of would fit. That dark grittiness of what they're doing with this. Like, it is a very dark comic that they're going with. Like, everyone's dead, or or the sub characters are old.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. And even the whole point where Shredder's grandson, is trying to hunt the last Ronin and want to film his execution so the rest of the people in Manhattan can see his, I'm the powerful one.
Yeah, don't test my role.
That completely always gets me. It brings me back to like that Manhunt thing where it's like, wow, this means you could actually have like other gangs that aren't the Foot Clan to be fighting as well. So you're fighting these cyber ninjas, or Sinjas is what they're called, and then have like just gangs that are trying to get you to get up to Shredder's grandson's. We want to work for you. Well, this is how you do it. And kind of having that film aspect always gets me, because back to Manhunt again, it just brings that little bit more of that realism in there. So it's going to be posted like on any social media platform, on the news, so you're being hunted now and don't know who's good or who's bad, because there might be a bounty on you, or the good people of Manhattan may be like, hey, we're willing to help you, but you never know.
Personally, I wouldn't want to see too many civilians in the game. I'd want like a couple, but I wouldn't want to see it overcrowded or anything like that. I'd want to see the streets a little, not barren, but
well, it goes
empty.
to that post-apocalyptic type scenario where you're not going to have 20 million people on the streets. You're going to have, let's say, 1 million in the whole city, right? So,
but I want those people, since it's getting broadcast to everybody, I want them to be afraid. I don't want them to help. Like, I don't want them to want to help you.
No,
I
not
want
at
them
all.
to be afraid or
not at all.
Mike can't get that help that he needs from people. Like, it's him on his own with the memories of his family going against his arch nemesis, like the two families. Like, it's always been. That's how I want it. If you want other villains or other groups, you could do like King's guys coming in, like stuff like that, like different factions.
I was referring to it more as like fodder, like how in Arkham games you can do little crime in progress type things, right? Rescue somebody, and not to say they're going to help you. They may run away, but they might tell a little side story for you on what's going on. Like, oh, I used to know, Leonardo helped me in the past, or I used to deliver pizzas to you guys. This little whatever Easter eggs like that when you get the missions done. I think that would be cool, especially again because it's like that post-apocalyptic New York, so it should be savage and brutal.
Exactly.
It should
That's
be.
how I want it to be.
Like just really this. Even if you don't do something, it's like I don't want to rescue this person, and you don't feel bad about it in the gaming world. It's like, you know what? No, I got my mission to do, man. What did you do to these people?
He's a man on a mission. From the comic, it doesn't feel like the same Michelangelo. It feels like
he's grown up.
Not just grown, but he's experienced that loss. Like, it's a story of revenge.
Well, he was on the verge of his own death, so he saw the light, I guess you could see, in a way, right? Cheesy.
It very much, but it's the only thing I can't really pinpoint or where I want it to take place, if it's during the comics or just before, like just after they died kind of thing, and he's training, like he's getting those weapons to go to Manhattan to fight his grandson.
I think in that state it would be kind of cool in a way if part of the story was getting the weapons. And doing that, and that's how you gradually upgrade your skills.
Well, that's what I want. I want him to I'd want you to be have to upgrade to get those weapons.
That's what I mean. I say one of those things where you see in the Batman games how progressively as you go through it, his cape gets tattered and his suit gets damaged. This and that, sort of not that like that, but in a way it's like, okay, you start the game, okay, your last brother has died, the last one has fallen. You know, so it's like, let's say a year later, you're just coming out of your shell, bad pun, but, you know, you're trying to figure out your stuff.
Yeah.
So the story progresses as you gradually become the last Ronin. You know, first you go and, I always said open world, but you find Leonardo's sword.
Yeah.
Right? So that way it opens up a skill tree where it's like, now I can train as with his abilities that he would have. You know, it opens up little passive abilities or, you know, combat ones. And then as you go along, it'll be like, oh, now I found Raphael's side.
Yeah.
So then his skill tree opens. I think that's a way that you could add boss kind of characters in without fully going, hey, we're going to fight Bebop and Rocksteady for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, you have these mementos that you go for, and as you get them, you gain their spirit type thing, and you want to progress.
Yeah.
And then you level up normal ways in combat, doing whatever at that point. I think that would be an amazing experience to play.
Training things could be either the brothers or Splinter training you, like
just memories that you have, right? Like, I think that would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I really.
If this game comes out, we do need royalties. I'm just stating that right now.
We have literally talked about a new Ninja Turtles game for the better part of the last 3 years. Literally for the last 3 years, we have discussed this. You know, I mean, we've had our hopes up and then down, up and down. Like, what's Rocksteady working on now? Oh, a new Batman game? Both of us, awesome. A Superman game, possibly? Maybe. Harry Potter? Ninja Turtles rumor?
Yeah.
Whoa. And it is part of our childhood, and it's nice that, you know, especially at our ages now, those childhood things still come back to get us once in a while. And even though I was never like the hugest Ninja Turtles cartoon fan, I watched them, but I was never like running down the stairs going, I'm gonna miss this episode. I love Ninja Turtles. I think they are a great source of entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Funny, but when you look at the original stuff, the brutality in it, it's like it's not meant for kids at all, but they brought the humor into it to make, you know, back in the late 80s and early 90s, a phenomenon.
Yeah.
And then it goes dormant for a while.
Yeah.
We get a couple games, and like I said, Mutant Manhattan, it wasn't a bad game, but it was very repetitive.
Yeah.
But it's what we got. So playing it was like, you ever play those games that you really want to enjoy, but at the end of it all, you're just like, that's how it was for me. It was just too repetitive. So now we have, you know, just back a couple months back when we were talking about Ninja Turtles, it's like, okay, we got the new consoles coming out. So you can make the Ninja Turtles look badass.
Yeah.
Like seriously badass now. And yet we don't have no rumors or nothing about it. Yeah. I'm praying Rocksteady's working on something Ninja Turtles wise, but who knows, right? Yeah. Like I said, they got Gotham Knights coming out soon, or this year. So hopefully they've been working on either a new Batman game, which again would appease me like crazy, or Ninja Turtles, man. Yeah. I don't know why people haven't really sat there and go Ninja Turtles. The last Ninja Turtles thing I can personally remember is in Injustice 2.
I think
you can play them as a fighter and fighting.
I think the main reason for that, and like why our vision probably won't come to pass, is because when you think of the Ninja Turtles, you think of cartoony, you think of like kids, like you need to make it fun for kids, you need to make it like just like a younger version kind of thing, like a younger version of video game. They want to market it to kids, which it's fine, but I don't think that's the right market kind of thing. I think if you want to like get our age group, the original fans, like that nostalgia group, you'd have to make it a little darker.
But when you get a story, and this is like where I love the world of video games when it comes to comics, movies, everything. You have a story that just comes out within the last Ronin that is amazing, and can literally be turned somewhat, like with alterations, of course, into a video game that would be beautiful, fun, and not so far out where you're like it's an impossible game to make. Yeah. You know, like just think for a second. If you're playing in the Arkham world, so but in Manhattan, like the Batman style games, it's raining. You're you know, the last Ronin Michelangelo going around, you know, and all of a sudden you look on, you know, a huge monitor on one of the buildings, and you just see like actions you've done in the past, like fighting other things, you know, that have been filmed by Shredder's grandson. Like, it would just be amazing. It's like, this game's happening? Wicked. That's what I mean. It's one of those worlds right now where it's like, this last Ronin series is great. Yeah. I would love to be able to play it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Like,
the whole time reading.
But I get it. Where you look at Ninja Turtles, it's like, you know, you want a game that's not going to be M-rated or whatever. But it's like sometimes I just have that feeling where it's like, just push the boundary, because this game could be great.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to put in the gore and, you know, beheadings and stuff like that. Like, I would love to see that in the game, but you know, you can do like how in Arkham City, how they did it.
To get away from the beheading or the gore, you go back to the Sin Ninjas or
you put them in, and it's like, boom.
They're robots or they're cyborgs. You know what I mean? Like, you can be violent towards that.
Yeah.
They're in a
But even with
sense
their
not human
combos, it doesn't mean
anymore.
you have to, like, you know, you can. Let's just say you're doing like a spinning around. You got katana blades on. You hit a guy. Okay, well, you know what? For game's sake, it doesn't have to be full physics. It just knocks him out, like in Batman.
Yeah.
You know, you're not killing anyone. You're not knocking them all out.
Yeah.
You can do it with Ninja Turtles to keep their rating down. I just think that this is a game that I would love to see.
Oh yeah, I
And the fact that we both
they
kind of
can take
agree.
my money right away.
But the thing, we both agree on something where it's like, both of us after the last Ronin, it's like, that should be a game. You're just very weird with us because we hate the same games usually.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just see this game being as a vision of the Arkham style engine and everything like that, but with Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, like the story would be amazing. The game would be phenomenal.
And there's enough enemies, you know, the Mousers and stuff like that, the Foot Clan, the Sinjas, whatever they're called.
Sinjas,
You know, you got enough stuff there. You got enough other little, like, Easter eggs with villains you could put in. Like, you know, it's a video game, man. You could go down in the sewer someplace. There could be, like, a party going on, and Bebop and Rocksteady could be there.
Yeah.
They could be gone, but it's like, no, they're back for no reason. You know, just to have that.
They don't even have to be villains anymore at that point.
They can be old back, lazy, and be like, oh, we're done.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can have these characters in there, and I honestly think it's a shame that we haven't seen nothing from the Ninja Turtles in the world of video games in such a long period of time.
Very much agree.
Yes.
Very much.
Well,
on that note, tell us what your thoughts or your wishes, your ideas would be for a new Ninja Turtles game.
and what if they actually made one?
Alright, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and be sure to leave a comment. Have a good one.
See ya.